it is my great, deep honor to introduce Babaji, who will be leading us in a meditation. Thank you.
These are to make HKL beat within me. These two things. As I said this morning, there are some days in everybody's life which cannot be forgotten even if we try to. And I feel this is one of those days, emotionally charged, because this is about us. This is about us. What we have witnessed here today was nothing short than a miracle. After the meditation, there is going to be plaques given to the speakers in appreciation of spreading HKL worldwide. And the people are already here to take the HKL torch to the next destination, which is Toronto. What a journey of this movement is. Everybody who spoke, the words, the feelings, their auras were so powerful. Sean Davies, who brought us the letter of the Prime Minister of England, and video of the Deputy Prime Minister of England. And he talked so eloquently that how this new world, the formation of new world is needed today. And then that beautiful soul, Annie Hackwell from Portugal. I was told that when she heard about this conference and the connection was established between HKL team here, and the HKL team here told her that they already have enough speakers. And think about it. My daughter Annie said, please let me come. Let me come. Annie, could you please stand up? And there she is. Thank you. Let me come. Are these humans? This is the new face of the world which is emerging right before our eyes. New face of the world, which is the real face God created real face of humans. And then the education panel, Dr. Rebecca, Ms. Morgan, Mr. Paul Kilbride, Principal Richard Parker, they all said that this movement, this HKL, would make the teachers not role models, but real models. How beautiful. Not role models, not role models, but real models for the children. We must not let this opportunity pass by us. We must do our best to help others, become ourselves, recognize that we are HKL. Humility, kindness and love is my true nature as God has created me. Annie Hackwell from Portugal, she did such a beautiful thing. She made it easier for me for the meditation. She said, take the breath in deeply and out. There are two things. And she made us, and Mr. Richard Parker, he used the word mindfulness. Mindfulness means what? That come in the present and see what is here. Become mindful of the moment. We are never here. We are always either in the past or in the future. The past is past, future is not here, and we are not here. We have never lived our lives. We have always been either in the graveyard or in the dream yard. Never living. We are going to experience life. What is life? Who are we? If we take the breath in consciously, it's the proof that we are here. Our beings and the present moment cannot be separated. I repeat, our true beings and the present moment cannot be separated. If we are not here, we are not with our soul, we are not living. Just thoughts. If I ask you, who are you? Or I'll make it easier for you. God has given us the faculty to remember. Suppose He takes this blessing away from us. We don't remember anything. Then what would you say, who are you? That is you who has no memory. Memory is not you. These machines carry so much memory. AI is all about memory, using the gathered information. We are not the memory. And if memory is taken away from us, what is left behind is pure awareness, consciousness, who doesn't remember anything, who has no way to go to think about the future, then you are here. You would be in such a peaceful, blissful situation. You don't remember anything. Why we are always unpeaceful? Because the burden of our hurt, who hurt me, what I have lost, and the fear of losing. These things keep us unpeaceful. Who hurt me? What I have lost, and the fear of losing. This is all memory. Who hurt me? What I have lost. To be in the present, it's such natural for us, but we have become so unnatural. To be in the present, this is how God has created us. But we have become something. Let us all look at that a new you and me. Don't think, or just look at any flower, please. Just look at any flower. Don't think, just look at it. Do not let any thought enter into it. Just look at it. That who is looking in you and not thinking, that is you. Pure awareness, pure consciousness, who doesn't remember anything, who is not carrying any burden, who is not any burden of the past or burden, worries of the future, who is just free, carrying nothing, pure conscience. And what a bliss that is. When we are in that state, then we feel that we are humility, we are kindness, we are love. This is not a concept or idea. This is the truth of us. We are this. Because we are this, that makes it so easy to recognize these in us. All these flags on both sides of the hall, 70 countries' flags, in just over less than a year and a half, 70 countries have already boarded this global movement. 70 countries. Can we please all thank God for doing this for us? Rajkiyal movement is not to run away from the world. It is facing the world. It is facing the world with a new you and new me. It is about taking exit from this our present way of living and entering into a new world, our true world, our home where we can rest, and our home is within, where our consciousness can rest. There is nowhere else where anything can make our consciousness rest. What we have been doing all day, curious what's going to be next. And what is curiosity? Restlessness. What's next? What is next? What is next? If we recognize the state how we are living, unnatural state for humans to live, what is next? What is next? What is next? Nowhere to rest. But there is a resting place. Our beloved Creator created His creation so lovingly and so beautiful. Humans are the masterwork of human. Let us knock at the door of our true home and the door is opened from within by the Divine. If He opens the door for us, we will be able to experience peace, kindness and love, because we are those. We are those. If we just take the breath in and breath out consciously, you would feel you are becoming peaceful. But if we add to it the truth that we are not breathing in, we are not cleansing our blood and all the organs within, we are not bringing the breath out after it's used within. No, it is Him doing. We never do, we are not even conscious about it. We are busy and thinking and doing, working, sleeping. He is always busy. Breathing into us, breathing out of us. If we go with the breath, with the understanding that the Divine is taking the breath in us, the power of that breath is infinite times, because now the Divine energy is accompanying your breath. It was there before too, but we were not conscious about it. Let's do it. Both be busy. Please sit straight with spines, necks and heads all aligned together. The vice, the deputy lieutenant, Mr. Patia, during the lunchtime, he was asking that how to that we are always in mind, what to do about that. This is what it is. Mind is in our forehead. Our soul is at the solar plex. We have the choice to live out of our minds or live out of reality, truth. But we have been told by the world only to use the mind. So we are going to take deep breath and whatever name is dear to you, the name of the divine, whatever name, just you take that name, divide it into two parts, and we are going to say half of that name when taking the breath in, and the second half of that name taking the breath out. Please close your eyes and whatever name, God, Allah, Vaheguru, Ram, Dio, say if you are saying all are names of the same. Say if you say God, not become focused at the navel point. We are going to say go. When go, we would be taking the breath down to the navel point. Go, and then to bring the breath out, we are going to press the navel point backward with all our might. Then say, go. Our mind is up here. It is going to keep us here. We must not let it rule us. We are going to take the rule of our homes in our hands. In our hands. So go, while go, we'll breathe down to the navel point, and then please press the navel point with all the might, because we have been sleeping for infinite lifetimes. Then press the navel point backward while the breath comes out. But the important thing is to use every ounce of our energy to push the navel point backward. It might help. You can try it might help if you can try what's best for you while sitting in, or you can stand up too. So those of us with little bellies, they're going to benefit more. Okay. This is, we want to experience something just in a couple minutes. That's why we have to use all our energy. Then later on we'll be using just the natural way. And all of us, please. No, you're thousands of us sitting here, 10 people's voice would be as much as this. It should, these vibrations should go into the cosmos. It must. And it would. Because these are the vibrations of the presence, the vibrations carrying the divine. Vibrations carrying the divine. So please, don't be shy. It is about our lives. Okay? More force, please, more force. Please put both the legs on the floor and hands folded in the lap, so that when we fold our hands or touch our hands, then our energy becomes one piece. So, okay. With more power, please, more. All of our energy must be. people, if you could stand up, and all are young up to age 85. And do it while standing, and let us push the navel point towards the spine. We are going to push the navel point towards the spine. And as we would be doing, become very aware about our insides. We will start feeling that something, some movement is there at the navel point. Hanji, both be busy. Very nice. Okay. Well, let's say Dios, that please don't hold back. Let all of you involve in the process. Let the sound come out. It wants to come out. We all are bottled up with anger, greed, lust, ego, attachment, jealousy, worries. Let us throw that away, please. Beautiful. Just few more times, please. Just two more times with all the might, please. Just two more times. One. you can feel some movement, no matter how weak, some presence at the navel point, some presence, some movement, some vibrations, some life with more subtle consciousness, please. We only did for 2-3 minutes. If we do longer, you will feel the presence. So, can those of you who feel some presence there at the navel point or around the navel point, you may feel something pressing you there, pressing on and off, or some movement in a circular anti-clockwise direction. Those of us who can feel something, could you please raise your hands? Thank you so much. More than 50%. Just in 3 minutes or so. Please sit down. What we felt, life. God is life. God is life. All life is Him. Trees are green because of Him, His presence there. Birds are alive, animals, vegetation alive. We are alive because of God. God is the life, and only there we can rest with Him. What a beautiful arrangement by the Creator. We can, He says, you can accumulate whatever wealth you want, or whatever power you want, or influence, or fame, whatever. You will not become peaceful outside. You can only rest with me. You can only rest. So we should, please, starting today, we must do the meditation every day. Every week HKL would be sending you the weekly projects that this week we are going to time and again bring our consciousness in the present, where the divine is, where our soul is, and experience the peace. So let us, just for a minute and a half, look at the navel point and recognize that that is my home, resting place. There are many resting places He has created in us. The most beautiful is deep in the center of our head, farthest point from the outside world. But reach there through meditation. Resting place, navel point. There is a love song. Sarva kala prabhu purana manjane mani tha. Sarva kala prabhu purana manjane mani tha. My divine, yes. Because he never leaves me. He is, the whole universe is full of him. And poor me, he is the only resting place for me. He is the only resting place for me. Manjane mani tha. The resting place for me, the poor me. Let us please just, while staying at the navel point, just sing resting or my home, my home. Home is where we can rest, where we feel secure and can rest. There is no place outside. Our real home is within this body. So, navel point. My home. As we say my home, we should also feel that point, life at that point. And we should become totally focused at that life. Then we would be resting with him. And my home, lovingly, while recognizing where our home is, where we can rest, and by staying there, my home, my home, my home, my home, I have no words to express my gratitude. This is not a dream which HKL movement is taking around. It's not a dream, it is the reality. It is about coming home, not some dream that I have this dream that the whole world becomes peaceful. It's not a dream. As we become peaceful, as we learn to rest, as we learn to rest, as we find our homes, and as we recognize our true nature, humility, kindness and love, we all, as the message from the King, starting with us, starting with humility, kindness and love, this world, a new face would emerge. New face. So we are not going to live a dream life, dreaming about tomorrow. We are going to celebrate lives, celebrate this most wonderful gift called human body, human consciousness, celebrating the one who blessed us with this gift. No dream. Coming home, recognizing how beautiful we are. And the moment we recognize how beautiful I am, then we recognize how beautiful everybody is. That how everybody is so precious. Everybody is the temple of God. Temple of God, that's where in every temple a living God lives. Living God lives, which can be experienced, not some belief. Belief won't help us. It's about actual experience that yes, there is God within me, and then we learn to dwell with Him more and more and more, and one day we start dwelling with Him 24 hours, and then slowly Him and this our consciousness become one mind and Him. And you recognize that you are the divine light. You are not something to be felt pity at. We all are not carrying the divine light. We actually are the divine light. There is nothing else. It's right before our own eyes. All we have to do now is start walking the path to our home and recognize what a beauty we are, what a simplicity we are, what a humility we are, what a kindness we are, what a love we are. that knew you and me would see the world outside would remain same, but our I will change. Hence, the world outside will change too. And as enough people wake up, all these crises are just to shake us up from our dreams. It's not a punishment. It's to wake us up. And we must listen to Him. He is saying, wake up, wake up. All of you have been so kind and so patient that you stayed here. You have been here since 8:30 in the morning. And because of you, this day, I will going to carry this day with me for the rest of my life. And I don't know if possible beyond tomorrow. And I wish you, I pray for you every day. It's not, I shouldn't say it because it's not I want you to know. No. It is, I'm saying it that by praying for our whole family, humanity, He blesses us with peace. When we pray to Him that please make my whole family peaceful, He makes us peaceful. Like any father, if he goes to any child, if he goes to his father and says, Father, please, you have so much, so big treasure, please divide it amongst your children. Your children are suffering, and the Father is going to start with you. But we should always, when we drink something or eat something, that realize humility, kindness and love without being a conscious effort would utter within you, oh my beloved Creator, please provide the rest of your family first before you provide me. This is our nature, and see how beautiful we are.
One heart, one soul.